always install elevated is an older policy on Windows that allows standard users to install or run installer packages as local admins. And so if you can craft an installer that runs a beacon, you can run it as a standard user, and your beacon will come back as system. Cobalt Strike doesn't have any means of generating a Windows installer, so we have to do it manually. So in Visual Studio, you can go to Create a Project and search for installer, and then choose the Setup Wizard. You can call it anything you want. I call mine like Beacon Installer, and we can do create a setup for a Windows application, and then any additional files you want to include. So we want to include a beacon payload. So let's generate one. TCP listener, and just call it beacon. And so we can add that. And then next and finish. And the next thing we want to do is select beacon installer here in the solution. And just scroll down the properties here and change the target platform to be 64-bit. Now when the installer runs and actually installs beacon, it will appear in the programs and features in the control panel. And so you can also change some of these strings to make it look a bit more convincing. Manufacturer, let's just say, we'll just say Cyberbotic. We'll make it look like it's owned by this company. And now let's right click on the project, go to View, Custom Actions. We're going to right click Install and add a custom action. Select the Applications folder and then beacon.exe. So what the installer will do is it will create a folder inside program files and then copy beacon.exe into it. If we highlight this here, we want installer class is false, but run 64-bit to true. And you can also pass some different arguments to it, and this can appear in different types of logging, so you can play around with that as well. And that's actually all there is to it. So now we can save it and build it. And this will create beacon installer.msi. So I'm already in temp. So let's just upload this to the target. Make sure it's there. So to run, we do msi exec I beacon installer.msi, and then we want Q and N as well. So if you don't include Q and N, the installer window will pop up on the user's desktop and they'll see it. So Q is for quiet, and I think N is for no output. So if we run it, and then connect, there's our beacon. Now we have to be quite careful cleaning this up. So if I go across to the target And if I refresh this, the installer isn't appearing yet in program files. But you know, our folder is here and the beacon is here and it's running. If we have a look at the task manager, beacon is running there. And you can also see that the Windows installer is still running as well. And the problem with this is that whilst this beacon is running, it's blocking the installer from finishing. And we also can't uninstall that package whilst this beacon is running. So what we have to do is migrate out, really. So if we do process list, and let's sort by like system processes, we can find another place to live in. Let's just say Office click to run, and let's inject another payload into that. Okay. Now this beacon we have to exit. So that'll break our chain temporarily. So then if we do run msi exec q n uninstall beacon installer.msi. Well, before I run that, let's hop over to the desktop again and refresh this. So you can see beacon installer is now actually here. And the old beacon payload is no longer running because we told it to exit. So let's run the uninstaller now and go back to the desktop. So beacon installer is gone. That folder is still there. I don't know if it's because I was still in it, but it's deleted the beacon payload. And all we have to do is just to connect back to this beacon. And then remove the beacon installer. And that's pretty much how we clear that one up.